Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. Well, it's been a little bit, but we're back. Some kind of personal issues I've been dealing with.
Oh.
Not really personal.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't,
Oh.
don't know why I said that.
Okay, yeah. Me too.
Oh. Okay. But I guess
Open up.
We started. We started a tradition where we say a little pun. Say a little pun. I just came up with this on my way home. I want to have a fresh one, so here we go. Declaration of Glendependence. It's Glenn Hughes' album about how much he loves America and living in America and California.
It's just, well, what if it's just like American anthems, like God Bless America?
He definitely does that.
Banner.
He definitely does that.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Declaration.
Home on the Range.
Yeah. Maybe some American traditional stuff. Yeah. So Declaration of Glendependence.
The stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas.
You already know it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's good.
Mhm.
All right. Mine's not as good as that. Like a Virgin Steel, Madonna's tribute to Virgin Steel.
That still is very good.
Or David DeFay's tribute to Madonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could, because that
That's
could
still
be
very good.
Ooh,
Now,
that could be great.
another special surprise that I have. I got you a gift.
He knows I love surprises, and
I got you
I
a
love
gift.
gifts here even better.
I got you a gift.
Oh God. Oh,
I was at the store.
cool.
And that car.
It kind of looks like a hearse.
That car just said Andrew to me.
All right, I like it. Is it a hearse?
I don't know.
But it's got some bling on top. Like it has. It's giving me like a Green Hornet hearse vibe.
I can see you in that. Maybe you want to show the people.
Yeah. Here, let's get going. Oh God, screwed it in here.
Show them.
Check it out. So is this a hearse? I mean, it's not a typical hearse color, but comment below and let us know.
Yeah.
Hey, that rhymed.
Thought that was a good car.
All right, well, we'll add it to the
scene, to the stage set.
Yeah, there we go.
What are we talking about today?
We're talking about
Rage Against the Machine? I keep saying this word rage. And
yeah. We're raging against the machine.
I know whenever I say I'm listening to Rage, people say, "Oh, I love that one song."
Bulls on Parade.
Yeah, I don't
Killing
even
the name
know.
of.
Yeah, there you go.
Are there any? I don't know anymore.
I don't know. We're in fact not talking about Rage Against the Machine.
No, we're not talking about Rage Against the Machine. We're talking about the band that has the most studio metal albums of any metal band in the history of Metallica.
They just keep coming out too.
Yeah, they just keep coming out. They have a new one coming out, I believe.
Oh, first is that gonna be the first one with two guitars again?
And yeah, it's been a while. So let's just get to the point because most people don't know this band at all.
That could be exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to be discussing essential Rage albums. They have a ton of albums. They probably have, 25 at this point?
Fraser Dawson will be checking, so
yeah.
we'll wait his comment.
Yeah, exactly.
This is not live.
Yeah.
He'll probably message it to me somehow.
Yeah, we'll find out. Comment below, Fraser. Anyway, so let's start with, actually, this is technically the second Rage album.
Yeah.
They were originally called Avenger, and they had to change their name. A lot of noise records bands changed their names from either the demo period or from the first album to the second album.
Sabbath had to become Skyclad.
Yeah, so exactly. Destruction was Tormentor. Creator was...
Creator was Tormentor, wasn't it?
Yeah, I can't keep up with what Slayer band name or Slayer songs the bands were named after.
Torment in English.
Yeah. So in the land of Germany, so there's Avenger. That came out wrong. So there's Prayers of Steel by Avenger. That's their first album, which is killer. Lots of cool songs on it. But this is the first album under the name Rage. Reign of Fear. Same lineup. We've got the maestro, P.V. Wagner, right? But we also have drummer Jorg Michael on these early Rage albums.
The Thunderbringer.
And if you really want to hear what, I mean, these records probably weren't recorded with much of a budget. So you're talking about someone, you know, pretty fast double bass.
Oh, especially a Noise
pretty
Records,
hard.
a Noise Records album. Definitely.
But that shows you the quality of bands they had back then, because they also had Holy Moses, which had Uli Kush on drums. You know, they also had, wasn't Voivod on Noise?
Yep.
Yeah,
Voivod
I
was
mean,
on Noise too.
So there is definitely, they were signing up a quality of Running Wild too, right? I mean, yeah, Gravedigger. I mean, so all those bands could actually play very well. And Reign of Fear's got everything from just straight ahead speed metal kind of songs. Rage always has one or two goofy sounding songs in a way.
Scaffold too.
But they always have a epic somewhere here and there, and the Scaffold clocks at around 9.5. Yeah. And that's a killer record.
Yeah. Good power, good German power metal.
Good high falsetto
power,
vocals,
speed,
you
fast,
know,
heavy duty stuff.
Yeah. Really, in these early days, for a long time, they're really inspired by Raven. So if you're a Raven fan, Rage is kind of just like a more progressive Raven, and maybe with some more Iron Maiden qualities, and even a little bit of Rush. I know PV is a huge Rush fan, so you could kind of hear that in some of the arrangements as some of these albums go through. But let's move on.
Let's just say this is our essential Rage.
Yes,
we are not going
through
all of their albums.
Yeah.
We are talking about the albums we think are most important to own.
To
if
us.
you don't own any.
Yeah. So, Execution Guaranteed. This is another one. This one for me, there's some like highlight songs, but really more of a grower. When I go back to it, I realize how heavy some of these songs actually are. Obviously, there's classic songs like Down by Law, but there's bitchin' songs like Deadly Error, Hatred, Mental Decay.
Hatred's,
When You're Dead is absolutely just slobber knocker of a song.
Interesting word.
If
there's any in here that I'd probably have the same. Yeah, Street Wolf. That was a good one too. Yeah. No, it's a good album. We pretty much have the same highlight tracks.
No, that's the last one with this lineup. This is a 2-guitar lineup, and Jorg Michael. This is the last one he would be on. I don't know exactly where he moved on after this, but he would later join Stratovarius. He would later be in Saxon for a brief period.
He's in a ton of shit.
And a few other things. Now
we're cooking.
Now we're cooking, exactly. This is when they become a 3-piece lineup.
This is the classic lineup.
Enter Manny Schmidt.
This begins the golden era of Rage.
Yeah, and Chris Estibiadis. That's it.
Insert Greek name here.
Yeah. Everyone calls him SD affectionately. This band is actually still kind of current, this lineup, as Refuge, which is named after one of their songs.
Track on this album.
But Perfect Man is also when they get to this point where they're putting 14 songs on an album. And they're not
much filler.
And they're not all. I mean, they're all range between 3 minutes and 4.5. So I guess it's consistent in that way.
How long is it? How long is the album?
I think Time and Place and Round Trip might not be on the vinyl. I can't. But I think they're on my repress that you got me.
Yes, I did. I'm a great friend.
Yeah, you're always getting me gifts. All right, so. But yeah, Rage went through this period where they're just loading the albums with songs, and even if there's stuff that maybe doesn't grab you on the first listen, they become kind of.
Now that's a promo picture.
That is a.
That's an outfit.
Yeah, it's a duster.
It's a duster with a scarf.
Well, you know, it's cold.
No, it is cold. He has a reason to wear a scarf.
Yeah.
It's cold.
He's not just rocking a Chris Jericho scarf.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect Man. But obviously, there's some songs we should talk about. Don't Fear the Winter is one of their biggest songs.
Perfect Man title track.
One of their encore songs. Perfect Man title track. I love the song Wasteland. Another one of my favorites is Death in the Afternoon. Some great PD lyrics.
Supersonic.
Hydromatic. Yes. Time and Place is a really good melodic song too.
The bass is really pumped on this album. It's the first as a 3-piece, but like you really notice it, and it's fairly clean tone too.
You know, I think
and there's no rhythm guitar under solos. I don't think.
I read in an interview that they recorded this in a barn, or
Wow.
maybe they rehearsed it in a barn or
That
something.
sounds
like
really
that.
good.
They went out to the country or something.
The bass is a pretty clean tone.
Yeah.
And I don't recall much rhythm guitar under any solos. I think it's.
Yeah, I have to go
style.
back and listen because that's always like a subconscious thing sometimes.
But there's not a lot. There's not a lot. Okay.
Boy, this one. Second album with the trio lineup. Man.
Kind of in the same
Every
vein.
song on this is just party. It's a little over the top with falsetto, high vocals, so if you're not a fan of those, it gets pretty silly at times, but it's one of the things I love out. Yeah, maybe you just need to leave.
You need to scoot.
You don't like it, you can leave.
You need to scoot.
Alright, get scooting. I like it. Every song on this. Time Waits for No One. Make My Day has some of the best PD lyrics. The Inner Search, Invisible Horizons.
Yeah, The Inner Search. I love The Inner Search.
She, Light in the Darkness, Talk to Grandpa. Oh, Talk to Grandpa!
That is a great song. That is
And
a great
then-
song. It sounds a little wacky. The
One
title.
of the best Alien songs. Wait, what's the first Alien song? Because Without a Trace, you know,
Come
this
Sail Away.
is. Well, okay, yeah, that's to be fair, yeah.
One of them.
But you know, this is before Hypocrisy was singing about aliens.
Uh-huh.
Agent Steel obviously was, they are aliens.
John Sire.
Yeah. Distant Voices is another song on this album that I just absolutely love. But this is one of those albums I look at the songs and the chorus just pops in and the main riff, everything. There's also on these remasters, they just were very prolific, and there's a lot of great bonus tracks.
Remastered.
Well, there's a lot of great bonus tracks
One
on
reissue.
this.
Yeah.
And Law and Order. Out there in the streets, law and order. Out there in the streets, law and. There's some very silly rage songs sometimes, but when you have that many songs,
I believe "Shame on You." That's a cool track too.
well, that's on track. No,
It's what?
that's on track.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's some live tracks
but they
that are
put it
later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live Invisible Horizons too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, is that the acoustic one?
Yes, which is surprisingly cool.
Yeah.
It surprisingly works.
It is.
Great album, Secrets in a Weird
Might have a
World.
special guest star.
Cool cover. Everyone's got shades. Their features so bright.
In Germany.
Yeah. Well, at that time it was getting
there
better,
sunny?
right? The wall was coming down. They all got. Two guys got bandanas.
Is it pretty sunny in Germany?
They're rocking. This is another cool. Not a lot of cool album covers where the band is on.
There's a moderate amount of sun in Germany.
It's a lot of I don't know. But the forest is pretty black.
Yeah.
All right.
What's happening now?
Reflections of flesh.
I'm getting trapped.
I'm getting tired.
That's
yeah.
alright.
Nope. That's later.
What?
That track is after this. Yep. Because we still have falsetto vocals. Okay.
Too many beers
So
in
this is another album where there's a lot of quirkiness on this one, especially with songs that can't get out. But this is also one of the albums where you're going to learn that Rage is really good at woes.
Yeah.
Right? Can't Get Out has some great woes in it. But True Face and Everyone's a really underrated Rage song that I would encourage everyone to check out, which has a music video. It was a single. Waiting for the Moon's a fun song, but there's some really good songs in the back end of this. Saddle to Win.
Wild Seed Guy.
Wild Seed is amazing. Yeah. Wild Seed is a great song. Really good stuff on this one. Reflections of a Shadow.
That's kind of panned as a lesser album, but I don't think so.
I think it's just caught in between Secrets in a Weird World and
Trapped.
If you don't like falsetto vocals, well, start here. Those are gone.
The sound is really good on this too.
This is, the production would get really. It's the production, but they're just great players.
Clean guitars sound really good, like Take Me to the Water.
Yeah, this is another album with a ton of songs on it. The remaster has a lot of bonus tracks as well from some EPs that they were releasing in between these albums. Shame on You, it's a good.
That's a great opener.
That's a good Portrait in Time song. It's about Saddam Hussein. This came out in '92, so it's Gulf War kind of vibe. Solitary Man, absolutely classic Rage song. Enough is Enough, great song. Medicine, it's about holistic medicine and anti-big pharma. '92, man.
Well, that's for me.
We're hitting it, man. We're hitting it. Questions?
About that.
Take Me to the Water.
Take Me to the Water.
Power and Greed. Oh, it's another one. The Body Talks.
Who's we got?
Body Talks. Not Forever. Beyond the Wall of Sleep. Baby, I'm Your Nightmare.
There you go.
A Rippin' Fast as a Shark cover.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a little faster. Difference. Another good song. But these bonus tracks, Innocent Guilty, Bury All Life, are great. I Want You's cool too. So definitely,
guys, just
shut up. Don't just
listen to Rage.
Yeah, just buy it. Blind buy this stuff.
We're just like praising every song.
Yeah,
just listen.
We can't stress it enough.
Listen to Rage.
Yeah.
What's the deal?
There you go. Okay, so
now
we're getting the end of the classic trio lineup, and
this is mistaken as a compilation album a lot.
Yeah, and this is actually enter a new Rage lineup. Misty's brother. Well, wait, does Mandy still play on this one?
Skipping Missing Link.
Oh, I forgot. This is sitting here, so we have to wait for this one. Okay, that one.
Oh, guys.
Talk about that one.
This is the last. I think this could be the magnum opus. It's tough because the first one with the new lineup is also. These are my two favorites, but Missing Link is. If you're gonna start anywhere, I would start with Missing Link for Rage. What do you think? Do you agree?
Yes, I would agree. I would agree. Either Missing Link or Black and Mine.
Yeah, Missing Link or Black and Mine. This is the last with the classic lineup, the three-piece. I think it's the best.
But talk about the songs. It's another one with a crap ton of songs on it. Yeah. And there's even these songs are even more.
There's no filler
on the money.
There's no filler. Firestorm. That's a hell of a picture.
Yeah. You got favorites? Oh, well, then Firestorm.
Sorry, guys. Gotta throw in a Seinfeld reference. Do I have a favorite song? Refuge. Certain Days. Who Dares. Wake Me When I'm Dead. The Missing Link, the title track, is a great song.
Who Dares is one of my. No. Who Dares is my favorite Rage song.
Dude, there's not a bad song on any of the albums we talked about.
Can we talk about the bonus track, the covers?
I have them, yes.
Yes. Well, first of all, there's a song that's not a cover. There's an acoustic song called Another Kind of Madness about the dangers of like people who work in coal mines and stuff like that, right?
And brother, I work in coal mines.
Zoom in. That's just a great song. But then there's some awesome covers on here. Truth Hits Everybody by the Police, which when they do it is killer. And there's an amazing cover of Beyond the Pale by The Mission, UK.
That has like the Green Man Leashy effect.
Yeah, there's some really good ones there.
Like the Police song is great. It's a good song, but like that hits it for me.
Yeah. No, you're right. Raw Caresses, Her Diary's Black Pages, Lost in the Ice. Every one of these albums, not only is there 12, 13, 14 songs, but they all have maybe a 9-10 minute song on there too.
Lost in the Ice. Yep. No, just get the damn album.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't know who they are.
It's also worth mentioning, this is definitely, they started maybe on Trapped. There'd be a lot of H.P. Lovecraft type of songs, and PB's really into archaeology and bones and skeletons, so this kind of becomes a theme on some of these albums.
Or 10 Years in Rage?
10 Years in Rage. Now, so here, 10 Years in Rage is a lot of like leftover songs that they re-recorded with the new, at this time, the new lineup. They would move on to having 2 guitar players. there are, like Garrick said, a lot of people think this is a compilation album. It kind of is in a way, maybe.
I used to think that.
But you've never heard a leftover album like this.
But these songs weren't released.
Yeah, they weren't released. They were just kind of re-recorded. But we have even covered Vertigo at one point.
Sure.
And but She Killed and Smiled is great. Take My Blood is an amazing song about Jesus. Yeah.
Heard of that guy.
Yeah. And there's also some re-recordings of, there's a medley of songs from Prayers of Steel, the Avenger album, right? They call that the Blow in a Row, right? There's also another fun punk song called Brain Sucker.
That's
also
fun.
Pretty fun.
It is fun.
Yeah, so very cool stuff. And now, boy,
Second
rival to Missing Link. I mean, I don't know. I can't.
Can a band have 2 magnum opuses?
They can.
In a row?
Rage has proved it.
Yeah.
Pain of Salvation proved it too.
Hey, great promo pic on the back too.
Yeah, you know,
That's like Brett Michaels.
anyone who knows me knows I'm not a fan of promo pics generally, but damn. Sometimes, you know, if you rock a
No, they
leather
can't see
jacket and Tony Iommi crosses,
see that.
yeah, they can't. Yeah.
But maybe if they can see that, and then they can just look it up on Google.
Well, if they have monocles,
Look it up on Google.
I think most people have monocles.
I don't even know if you guys can see it. Oh yeah, they're there.
Can I have another one?
Yeah, talk.
Cool. All right. So, all right. Talking about this album. All right. So anyway, there's some awesome songs on this. The title track, Black and Mine, Crawling Chaos, Alive but Dead, which has a cool music video, Sent by the Devil. This is where we start getting a lot more H.P. Lovecraft stuff. Shadow Out of Time, In a Nameless Time. Those are both. And In Nameless Time is a 10-minute song. Spider's Web is great.
Little things about time.
The Ice Cold Hand of Destiny, Forever,
Cold.
Until I Die, My Rage. This is also when we would realize that PV likes to say the band name a lot in songs. So, My Rage, you're going to have a lot of this popping up. The Price of War, which they've recently re-recorded with the new lineup now that they have 2 guitar players again. PV's kind of gone through this phase, I guess, the last 5 or 6 years where he really loves this album again. Not that I think he ever had a problem with it, but this album is a perfect balance of aggression and melody, and how much melody you can inject without it sounding like a happy power metal album, but without it being bonded by blood.
It's a very melodic album.
Yeah, I mean, it really is this in between. You could say Master of Puppets is like that, but this is a little more melodic because it's European. Maybe it has that Deep Purple Rainbow type of melody, idea, but it really doesn't get too melodic in a lot of ways, and it stays heavy. It ends with a great ballad called All This Time, and
it's sweet.
And it has an orchestra on it, and later they would go through this period where they start working with orchestras a lot. But there's one more album before that.
We won't be covering that period.
Well, it's not like it's bad, and actually they did a lot of kind of musically adventurous things with it. Really took it to a level, and I respect it, but
it's not for me.
It doesn't warm the cockles of my heart the same way albums like End of All Days. Kind of a funny mix on this album. The weird drum sound a little bit.
Heavy bass.
But yeah, it has some great songs. It's another album with 14 songs on it. Maybe this one has a few songs that aren't super strong, but this one has some absolute classics. Higher Than the Sky is one of their biggest songs. If you've ever seen them, or if you ever watch a good Rage live at Wacken, which there's plenty of them, they play every other year. Higher Than the Sky is usually the encore.
Title track's great.
End of All Days is a great title track. Deep in the Blackest Hole, Under Control, Visions. Talking to the Dead is one of my favorite Rage songs ever.
That could be a pop song.
It is, and it is. You have a lot of these earworm songs. Face Behind the Mask is another deep cut Rage song that's just absolutely outstanding.
Guys, if you haven't already gone and bought the albums, just go buy them.
Hey, do you have Welcome to the Other Side?
I forgot. Oh No, I don't.
Yeah, that one's kind of. I have that one, but I forgot to bring it. Okay, so we should say "Welcome to the Other Side" is a great one. It's
some of these albums are hard to get. Okay.
Yeah, technically, it's the first album with the second trio, Mike Tirana and Victor Smolsky.
Right.
Which, musicianship-wise, was probably the peak of the band as far as technicians and just ability of what this band could get done.
Intense.
Their first album was "Welcome to the Other Side," which had I think a minor German hit, "Straight to Hell," on it, which is a cool song, and there's a lot of other good songs on it. Kind of has the same mix and production styles as End of All Days. But Rage Unity would bring us into the millennium with this killer artwork by Friedrich Luke, right? The same guy who did Death Cult Armageddon.
Ah.
Yeah, maybe hold back.
He had a little spurt of
killer
business.
album. Yeah, he did. I mean, and he would do all the like junkyard, like photo found objects with like bear traps and skulls.
What the hell is this? I mean,
well, that's the mascot, the Sound Chaser that you see on every album.
Yeah, but
Garrick.
it's recreated.
But it is recreated
by a scrap metal.
By like the real deal, yeah.
Junk.
Which is one of my favorite mascots, by the way. We should really talk about the Sound Chaser. It's a bear trap.
But we don't know
with a skull on top with headphones connected to some kind of like.
It looks like a penis, maybe.
Okay.
Well, he's into H.R. Giger.
Well, yeah, and Giger liked penises and vaginas, so. Rage Unity, it's a cool. They've got kind of a Led Zeppelin thing.
We don't know the name of the Sound Chaser until the next album.
I mean, maybe you're right. I don't know. You know what? Our old school Rage fans that were into Rage far before we were born, maybe some German metalheads. Maybe you can answer that for us. Did they call it the Sound Chaser in the 80s and 90s? Was that known?
People ailing from Deutschland can maybe clarify that.
Maybe PV, if you're watching, or any of you guys know. But you have a life, so. Anyway, this is a killer album, and also a little fun fact on it. Hansi Kirsch from Blind Guardian and DC Cooper from Royal Hunt and Silent Force do the backing vocals on this album.
Tremendously fun fact.
And a little fun. I have a more fun fact.
Funner.
Well, that's not a word, but I did. Funner fact sounds fun.
Yeah, hashtag.
Yeah, hashtag funner facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. All right, so my first gig was with DC Cooper, who did backing vocals on this. So I'm kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
All right.
Obviously, I've heard you talk about this numerous times.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a big highlight. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, killer songs on this album. "Set This World on Fire" is absolutely my favorite song on this album. "All I Want's" really cool.
Yep.
"Down," really cool songs. Any favorites on this one?
Yeah.
What are your favorite songs?
What are my favorite songs? Unity title track.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's a great instrumental. It's kind of like their La Via Strangiato.
Yeah. No, I'd say like we have like very similar taste. So
yeah,
I agree with you on this 10 tracks.
Now, as good as this album is, Welcome to the Other Side's another good album with like that one has like 17 songs on it.
This album.
This one is this one. Okay, there are other good Rage albums after this for sure, and they have a lot. But this is the last one where it's every song's a banger.
This song rocked my world.
Yeah. War of Worlds.
It rocked my War of Worlds.
Yeah. Great Old Ones. Great Old Ones might be my favorite Lovecraft Rage song. And the album is called Sound Chaser, by the way. And this one's got a kind of a King Ghidra Sound Chaser on it. And but other songs on this album, the title track Sound Chaser, Defenders of the Ancient Life. There's another thing. This is a good topic. Do you like it when bands have a song that's named after an album, a previous album, like a title track, but it's on a different album? So there's a song called Secrets in a Weird World.
It's cool if it's good.
I like that, but I've heard some people that don't like that.
I mean, if you have a good name.
I just
If you got
kind
a-
of
if you
like
got a
doing
good-
the title
if you have
track
a, like,
later sometimes.
If you have like a good title or you have a good phrase, I mean,
Yeah.
why not reuse it or build upon it if
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
can later?
Thematic.
Yeah.
Flesh and Blood.
Good song.
Human Metal. See You in Heaven or Hell. And
Mhm.
then we've got a special guest,
Who is your
Mr.
special guest?
Andy Darris.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Oh, what's
Yeah,
up?
Awake the Nightmares.
Ah.
And the spiders that crawl in your head. I hear them crawling.
Yeah, poser alert.
Hey, give me that metal card, bro.
Yeah, man. No, what's your favorite song on this album?
To pick a favorite,
I would go with the title track, personally.
honestly, I might say Great Old Ones.
Yeah.
That's like my party jam. That riff is. Victor Smolsky has this great, like, if Eddie Van Halen was the progeny of a mad Russian composer, like Mussorgsky, that would be Victor Smolsky, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with maybe a touch of Matthias Eklund or something in there.
Yeah. Sound Chaser for me.
Yeah, it's just a fantastic album.
Yeah. No, it is. It's a great Millennium metal album. It's
Yeah.
probably one of the best.
One of the best and one of the last, maybe, you know?
Yeah. Definitely sip your beer after you say that statement.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
We can talk about that later.
So then this lineup, Mike Toronto would do one more album with them called Speak of the Dead, which had I guess that was their first 20-minute song that they ever did, and maybe, I think they did one more later on. And then they got drummer Andres Hilgers, who played in Silent Force, and they did 2 albums with him. Those albums leaned a little more towards the melodic power metal side of the band, that kind of 2000s Nuclear Blast sound a little bit.
Yeah,
That's not my
European
heart.
Metal Festival Gold.
Yeah, it works, you know. Yeah. And then they would get a new lineup with drummer Lucky, who was actually the roadie and took lessons from Esty, as well. So keeping in the family, and a great guitar player.
And singer.
Yeah, and singer, who
He is
added
backing
a lot to this band. And they did this album called The Devil Strikes Again. Released this cool little you have the triple disc. I only have the double disc. So poser
We'll
alert.
take that metal card.
Yep, there you go. There's some really cool songs. They kind of mix that Black and Mind era with a little bit of that melody from what the European gold festivals.
These two guys who joined were just massive fans
Yeah.
of the band. All eras.
Which that's something that a lot of these older bands are benefiting from in terms of just having to dig from the local musician pool or dig from the record label family pool. You get fans of your band, so they can put up with some bullshit a little bit more, and it's not just about a paycheck or about a status thing. And sometimes it breathes new life into these acts, and this was definitely the case with Rage around this period.
Yeah, Devil Strikes Again, My Way, War,
Ocean Full of Tears.
Deaf, Dumb,
It's
and
kind of a
Blind.
tearjerker. There's some good back-end songs on this. Spirits of the Night was a single, but
Yeah.
I also liked Dark Side of the Sun was really good, Times of Darkness. I really like those songs a lot. And the bonus disc was really
if
good.
you can get the 3-disc version, which you might not be able to because, I have it.
You bought them all.
I bought them all.
Yeah.
I have a stockpile.
Yeah.
It has a very cool live album, Warsaw 2016. So we've got some Black and Mind tracks, End of All Days, Unity tracks.
Should watch that.
Yeah, we could throw it on.
Yeah.
No, it's a CD actually.
Oh, okay.
We could throw that on too.
Yeah, we might do that. But there's some good covers on the bonus disc here. Slave to the Grind, great choice. Bravado by Rush, what a great choice. And it's actually really well done. And you'd think PV would kind of sound weird singing Geddy Lee, but it kind of works. It sounds nice. You can tell he's a big fan, and to do a song like that, because that's kind of a...
That's a deep cut.
It is for most people probably. It was a live staple in Rush's set for a long time.
I'd say it's not a deep cut
But
from that
I
album.
think that's like one of the most
but it's
emotional Rush songs. You know? And for Rage to do that one, like that's really cool. And then they did Open Fire by Y&T, which, oh man,
What an interesting. This is like a track.
Awesome.
This is like a cover track list that we would pick.
yeah. And that's probably why I love this band so much.
Mhm.
It's probably just I have a lot of similar tastes as these guys,
Mm-hmm.
as far as what we grew up loving. And they put out the last album. What was Wings of War? I'm trying to think because no,
That was
Rage.
that was
Wings of
overkill.
Rage. There's a similar name. But
There's so many wings, guys.
there's a lot of blank and a lot of wings and a lot of chaos, and it's getting tough, and I'm getting older.
Let me see what time we're at. Because
And with me, with too many beers in my head.
yeah, too many beers in your head.
Yeah.
Final thoughts.
Final thoughts, dude. Well, some people finally just listen to us and start checking out Rage, so I don't have to scream this at the top of my lungs forever.
I've kind of been telling people this for years.
Yeah, and they really just, how many people just ignore you?
The guy who buys a CD every day,
Yeah,
I told him to buy Rage.
they never do.
He doesn't.
They never do.
Guys. All right. Buy the fucking Rage.
Yeah, just buy some Rage.